Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Cowboy fans, and welcome to the Cowboy Huddle. Where we come together, we talk Cowboy talk, not worrying about all the haters on the outside, but just a little small group where we come together because we are fanatics of our Dallas Cowboys. Once again, let me mention that this is not a politically correct channel. This is like your barbershop talk or your beauty salon talk or your backyard sitting by the barbecue pit talk. So we don't apologize. We make our statement. We don't apologize. We just keep it moving. Everything we say, we feel deep down in our heart. That's how we feel about our Dallas Cowboys. And as you can tell this morning, I got to have my joke. Good stuff early in the morning. So I'm not going to keep you guys here long. Just want to kind of come in here and kind of tell you what the latest is, some of the updates, and some rumors. That's what it's all about because we really don't know what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys right now because they don't even know what's going on at the headquarters. So right now, it has been told that Dallas has grant right tackle Lael Collins permission to seek a trade. Yeah, Lael Collins. And, we've had some situations with Lael Collins, in the past. But Lael Collins is one that actually came in to play a guard. He come out of LSU. He had some issues when he was at LSU. One thing I can say about Jerry Jones, he is one that basically will give players second chances, but nevertheless, come to find out that Lael Collins had nothing to do, as I'm told, with the situation back in his college days. So Jerry Jones brought him aboard. So Peter Schaefer, which is his agent, have been given permission by the Dallas Cowboys to seek trade for their client. So what that means is the Cowboys are basically depending on Terrence Steele to come in and play that tackle position, which I've said all along that they could have done this during the season, moved Terrence Steele to the tackle position and slid Lael Collins to that left guard. Man, I tell you, sometimes business folks don't know nothing about football. That's the way it is. So basically, this is what could happen. So come to find out, which Steele was an undrafted free agent, which signed in 2020, has started 27 games in his 2 seasons, while Collins had dealt with injuries and suspensions that last 2 seasons. With a trade, the Cowboys could open up a $1.3 million salary cap space. Without trade, Cowboys would likely release Collins, which could have gained them $10 million in room if they were to designate him to a post-June 1st cut. So this is where all the willing and dealing is coming in at. The willing and dealing is coming in because of this salary cap thing we got in place, and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. So come to find out that Collins signed a 5-year, $50 million contract extension that carried guaranteed money into this season. However, 5-game suspension last year for violating the NFL substance abuse policy voided the $6.48 million in guarantees. He is scheduled to make $10 million this season if he remains on the team roster, which with a cap hit of $15.25 million. So, yeah, I have no problem with that. If they want to release Lael Collins, that's fine. I mean, it makes sense. I believe that Lael Collins can be replaced. I appreciate him for being here when he was here, but that's one position I think we can, make adjustments at. So now the open door has been open for Lael Collins to seek a trade, and I'm sure somebody out there will take the bait you know. So also, man, come to find out, we have learned that Greg the Leg Zuerlein has been released, along with Blake Jarwin. These are some of the top names that have been released from the Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, which he was the original starter when he came in for the Cowboys, but due to the injury, gave Dalton Schultz the opportunity to come in and become a starter. So that's one thing about football, man. You go down in an injury, it's a possibility you won't even get your job back. And Dalton Schultz have shown that, you know, that Blake Jarwin went down and, you know, they brought Dalton Schultz in and they haven't looked back. So, which I think releasing Blake Jarwin, I think that free up about $5 million, putting them under the salary cap before the start of the league next year. Greg Zuerlein, I think he saves about 2-point-something million against the salary cap. So these are two names. Another big name that we found out that has been released is Anger, our punter. Damn, we can't even keep our punter. That's bad, man. I watched this guy in the training camp, man. I didn't know his name at the time, but that guy was booting that ball. I'm like, God almighty, who is that? Never outkicked his coverage. If anything, it was more fair catching than anybody running on his punch. So true. So Anger is out of there. So now we got to find another punter. Who's going to be the punter? We don't know. Hell, it might be Jerry Jones. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. But yeah, those are three names that are big on the Cowboys roster that are no longer Dallas Cowboy players. One other one that just never pan out was Reggie Robinson out of Tulsa, man. I really want to see this kid come in and get the opportunity to play, but he never saw the field. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a bad draft or if he wasn't as good as we thought he was going to be, or he just didn't fit the system. You know, you have to be careful. Sometimes I've seen players get drafted to teams that, you know, you would think they would fit the system, but if you don't fit the system or the scheme, you probably won't find yourself on the field. And this is basically the situation with Reggie Robinson. Maybe it was a bad draft. Maybe he didn't fit the scheme, or maybe the depth chart was too deep for him to even see any playing time. Who knows? So Reggie Robinson is out. Ito Smith, which was another little running back we had, he's out. And yeah, so we're moving on. Now, the question still remains about DeMarcus Lawrence, Tank Lawrence. Rumor is that they're saying that Tank Lawrence isn't going anywhere. Hell, I don't know. You know, back in 2000, was it 14? I think it was, yeah, 2014. Dallas did the same thing to DeMarcus Ware. Asked him to take a pay cut. DeMarcus Ware said, I'm not doing it. You know, that's the thing we got to realize, man. You know, we keep saying, well, he needs to take a pay cut. He needs to, man, he didn't play worth the, but still, the man is still worth $20-some million regardless. It's just like you working at your job and they paying you $30 an hour, and they come to you and say, hey, John, hey, Sally, hey, Crystal, you did great last year, but you didn't do too well this year. So instead of you making that $30 an hour, hey, we're going to send you back to $20 an hour. Is that okay? I need you to do this for the team. Do it for the team. Are you going to do it for the team? I didn't think so. So we're coming down on DeMarcus Lawrence as if, oh, he need to take a pay cut. Come on, anybody in their right mind is don't take a pay cut. And any working American out here does not take a pay cut. Do you think Jerry Jones is going to take a pay cut? No. They're Jerry Jones. Stephen Jones going to take a pay cut? No. They're going to pay some folks to keep some things pushed up under the rug or swept up under the rug. Hint, hint. But they're not taking pay cuts. But now we're expecting DeMarcus Lawrence, and we want to come down on DeMarcus Lawrence because he won't take a pay cut. Now, if Dallas would have came to DeMarcus Ware and said, hey, DeMarcus, let's do this, man. I mean, you know, you're doing good, but, man, can we restructure your contract? Can we restructure your contract? That's a different story. But they didn't come to that. See, some of us jumped to the conclusion, not even realizing what had been said. Now, if they probably would have had said, like, can we restructure? So they say, hey, Crystal, Sally, John, hey, you know, you did great. We got you at $30 an hour right now. But listen, man, we're going because of the pandemic and because of everything that's going on. Is it okay if we take you from 30 to 25 or even 27, and then the following year we'll take you up to 35? Or we'll give you a big signing bonus? See, there's a difference. So, man, we need to lay off Tank Lawrence for him standing 10 toes down behind what he had earned to make. Like my man B2 Real said, oh, he had the opportunity to earn some money. Yeah, he did, and he earned his money. So, yeah, that's where we are. So Tank Lawrence, I guess that's what they're going to do now. Hey, can we restructure? Because they know what happened when they did that with DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware left here and went and got a Super Bowl. Cheeto Awezier left here and got a Super Bowl. Anthony Hitchens left here and went and got a Super Bowl. Now, as far as Amari Cooper, we don't know. I don't know if we can keep Amari Cooper. I want to keep Amari Cooper, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. I really don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. But it's looking real dim for Amari Cooper. I don't know. It's all rumors. I would love to keep Amari. I still believe that he's one of the top 3 receivers out there. That's just what I feel. So, yeah, that's where we are with Amari. Excuse me, y'all. But that's where we are. So, in other news, come to find out that Zach and Dak actually restructured their contracts to free up some money, which, hell, Dak made $75 million last year. This season. $75 million that he made. Yeah. In one season. So, yeah, you're going to add some of that money to help the team out. So, that's what he did, and along with Zach Martin as well. So, they're all pretty much trying to, who is that? So, yeah, they basically taking out time to, over there making a lot of noise, took out time to restructure their contract. So, anyway, man, that's where we are, man. We'll see what happens from here on out. We're not that far from getting out. So we're not that far from, the draft. So the draft is coming up here real soon. So again, I'm looking at Zion Johnson as our 24th pick, but there's also Trevor Penning out there. He's a not defensive tackle, but he's a offensive tackle that we might also look at as well. So we'll see. But guys, that's what we got going on right now. I just wanted to come on here and kind of share some of the rumors, the updates, and the latest news that's going on out there. We'll just have to sit tight and see what happens from here on out. Again, Lael Collins have been granted the permission to seek a trade. And also, the news on Bobby Wagner, we don't know. We don't know. Is it possible that we can bring Bobby Wagner here? It'll be a great move. It'll be a great move if we can work some numbers out. It's also been told that he is interested in playing for the Cowboys. Wow. But anyway, like I say, guys, this is what we got going on. And check us out. If you get a chance, check us out on Wednesday night, man. This is when we do our live stream with B2 Real, Dallas Cowboy Chris, and Armando 21, man. We get on here, man, and we open up the chat room, which we call it the Cowboys Huddle. And we like to engage with our subscribers and allow them to come on and do the live with us. So if you can, check us out on What's Up Wednesdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and chime in and let us know how you feel about our Cowboys. So with that being said, like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys. Deuces.